as you guys saw in that clip, today we will go over just white balance. So as you can see, there was like a very like blue effect on that scene. So we're gonna color grade this little scene right here. Again, view from my office work, and that day was like very snowy, and I wanted to mimic this like very cold weather. So we're gonna jump into it, and first of all, we're gonna put the Mr. Film emulation preset that again you guys can buy. You can go to my website in my description and buy the preset, and basically you'll get the exact same tree note that I'm using here for this edit. So just kind of looking at the scene. So basically, first step, it will be to change the color space transform to your camera settings. And basically, I was using the Sony S Gamut 3 Cine and S Log 3. So again, it shifts the color a little bit brighter. And then the second step will be to adjust your contrast and then your global node. So contrast first. You can tell it's already over. Highlights are a little bit overexposed over here. It's hitting the 1000 mark, or the 896 mark as well. So we're going to shift that down by tuning down the pivot and as well as the contrast, just like so. And then we're going to go to our global node and adjust, oops, I think, yeah, we got to redo this. So just because I saw that we were on the log setting right here, we want to have it on this setting here. So we're going to go again, drop that down, and drop the contrast. Like that. And then we're going to turn down the global node. So again, lifts, gamma, and your gain. So basically shadow, midtones, and then your highlights. So we're going to turn that down here just a little bit. And then we're going to bring up our gain just a tab as well. Just because, so that day it was like a little bit of like, there was a little bit of haze or fog, sorry. And then you can see there's this like weird line right here. That's just because there was also the sun coming out um, that day, and it was like in the clouds, so it made this weird effect in the sky. So um, we're gonna bring this up just to tab like this, bring down our midtones, just like that. So with the camera white balance, so there's two ways to again adjust your white balance. You can do it with your curves. So if you wanted more blues, you could bring this up, right? More blue. If you wanted more green, you can bring this up. Or if you wanted more red, you could bring it up as well, right? So that's one way to do your white balance, but the best way is to just use the tool in the preset. Go to under effect, and basically it's if you want it warmer, go this way, and if you want it colder, you want it put it down like that. So we wanted to tune it down a little bit colder. So what I did was I tuned it down just like this. That looks good. And then what I did was I just basically went back to my contrast and I lowered down my contrast just a tab. Okay, so this is like a little bit over exaggerated. It wasn't that dark, but then you can go to your global node and basically bring up your whites just a bit. Not too much. We still want to have like that film look, right? So what I'll do is I'll bring this down like this, bring this up, and then we'll bring this like this, bring this down. So that way it gives you like a nice blacks are a little bit too much. Yeah, so that way it gives you kind of a nice like film look effect. Again, go back to your contrast, maybe bring it up the pivot just a tad like this, bring like that. So that was just very quickly, guys. Like we're not gonna go into exactly too much details. Like I could bring the glow effect as well, but just to kind of just give you the idea of like how you can use like coal colors versus warm colors to make to give like a mood to your videos. That's basically how we color graded this clip here. So there you go, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.